Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in the house with the Reate Knives Wave here with me for a review, and we're gonna analyze the look, the sound, and the feel of this bad boy. But first of all, let me say a huge shout out to my buddy Branding for sending this guy along, and therefore I'm able to share my impressions with you. So thank you, buddy. And second of all, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this fella. And if you're in the market for knives, you can check out fablades.com and at Fablades on my on Instagram and see what's up with that social media. So here we go. We got a 3.25 inch long cutting edge and 4.4 inches for the handle. Overall length of this little fella is going to be 7.75 inches, but let's check it out up against couple options here that I got with me. Ontario rat number 1 and rat number 2. This fella falls right in the middle, and that is always a very good sign for carryability. Also, Benchmade offers a couple of interesting and classic bug out and mini bug out, and you can see that this guy over here is just a little bit bigger than the bug out, but definitely it is bigger than the mini bug out. But Spyderco is offering like another couple of pretty classic Paramilitary 2, Para 3, of course, bigger and smaller as you can see, but not by much for the Para 3, but of course, Paramilitary 2 is much bigger than that. Like, it's on the kind of like the same size of Chris Reeve Knives, large Sebenza 21. Here you got the small Sebenza 21, and you can see where the wave stands, pretty much a tiny bit bigger than that, but definitely smaller than the large 21. Let me show you another couple options here I got with me. TRM Atom 3D scales, DLC coated carbon fiber, as well as the Hinder Knives XM18 3.5 inches long, and the Reate Wave is smaller than both these fellas. Going up in price, I want to show you this gorgeous and unique Holt Bladeworks Haptic and the Spectre, also Prestige. We are right in between. The Haptic is a fantastic size. I love it, especially, come on guys, this black tie Mascus. And the Spectre also a great, I mean, in between these two guys, yeah, you find something always very EDCable. And let's see just another couple customs here with me. I've got Rain by Kirby Lambert and Peter Rassenti Large Nirvana, so two Canadian knife maker, flanking these Reate Waves. And you want to see another couple? Why not? Look at that. Shirogorov of Custom Division, Neon NL, and Quantum in carbon fiber. Fantastic. And you can see that the Neon, look at that, it's probably the same size, but it's sporting way much more, not way much, but more cutting edge than the Reate right over there. But anyways, you got the idea of the size of this knife. This is a 2016 edition made by Reate Knives in China. The price back then was 375 bucks. Yeah, a lot of money, but you have premium materials. You have a nice design, overall look. I mean, it's pretty nice indeed. You got titanium stone-washed scales. You got, you see, like very, very subtle milling lines. You have, of course, titanium anodized inlays, which are adding a nice grippiness to the surface of the scales. I mean, nicely milled. Nicely anodized, nicely inlaid. You get the rounded off screws actually not poking out, but you can see them, probably because it was like in the middle of the crosshatch pattern, so that's why it happened to be like that. You got the 3D milled titanium tip-up carry-only pocket clip M390, steel for the blade, lock face insert, ceramic ball bearings. I mean, guys, you got a lot of premium materials going on here, and that's why the price is up there. Then you got some nice 3D milling also for the scales and for the chamfering all around. It's nicely rounded off, you see. Internal skeletonization going on for the show side, not so much for the lock side. You got nice finger groove going on over here. Flipper tab is also acting as a finger guard, feels good in the hand. In the back, you can see a backspacer, geared, some jimping sticking out, so that's actually functional. Lanyard hole integrated in it. Flipper tab has 3 notches, so a little bit of jimping for the light switch action. It's gonna be pretty much good to go even with the push button, but I honestly prefer like a light switch in this case, like here. Of course, you got these screws are like protruding just a little bit, not completely flush, nothing too crazy. You got a T10 and T8 to take this guy apart. It's a breeze, like in 4 minutes you're gonna be able to do this guy. You can also check my maintenance video if you want to know how this guy looks on the inside and how to take it apart. The pivot, I think it's spinning, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But for sure, it's easy to take apart. Then you got this pretty short, nicely done, tip-up carry-only, not reversible, titanium pocket clip. The entrance ramp, it's a little bit stiff, and the same goes for the exiting ramp, but still, you're gonna manage to get this guy in and out of the pocket. You, of course, have a stainless steel lock face insert screwed in from the outside. The screw is poking out a little bit, so you're able to snag it like that. It's not like an issue, but just thought to mention to you. And then you got integrated over travel lock bar stabilizer over here going on. The lock bar relief, it's external, but it's covered like partially from this by this inlay. You got also like a ceramic detent ball there, but there is no ramp. In fact, you are able to feel this little step going on over here. And then you got this blade. Nice drop point. There is no jimping. That's one gripe that I have. It's nicely not crown chamfered a little bit, but yeah, full flat grind, stone wash finish, drop point, 30% belly, straight edge up to the sharpening choil. Not much for the, I mean, you can kind of do finger choil, but not really. Plunge grind, kind of like in the Shirogorov style. I see it's like a little bit like that. Reate logo on this side, M390 on the lock side, nothing else going on. So let's quickly check the stock thickness here, 0.145 inches, and here this is not like super thin behind the edge, but it's going to be 0.022. So yeah, it's good. It's a nice slicer by the, by the way, because full flat grind. The stock thickness is kind of thick for this size knife, but it's doable. I mean, not too much billboarding going on. On the sound department, you got a nice clack. It's nothing like unique, but it's pleasant. Closing sound, very quiet and discreet. Very cool. Opening, I mean, kind of like anonymous. I mean, nothing distinctive, not really sharp, not too much percussive, not loud. I like the closing sound very well, very much. Let's also check out the weight of this fella, because it's not like super big knife. There is this skeletonization going on the show side, but the backspacer is there, so therefore this guy is going to be 3.86 ounces, not too shabby at all. Also, this guy, I have to say, feels absolutely good in the hand. I feel I miss the jimping over here. I would have preferred that to be here rather than here, but that's just life, can't have it all. But still, finger groove acts pretty good. You can squeeze it and it's not gonna go anywhere. It feels pretty solid. You can even do like a reverse grip, even if the handle is kind of like on the short side. Feels solid in the hand, nothing is flexing. This texture is gonna add some grippiness to the purchase, and it's very good. Fit and finish, guys, is spot on. Can't say anything. Can't complain about anything. Blade is centered. There's no rattling, there's no blade play, no finger sword, no lock stick. The clip ramp is a little bit on the steep side, and it's stiff as a clip, but it's pretty good. The action also, the deployment is very good. See, falls, like wants to fall shut as soon as you disengage the lock bar, but you put it in the vertical position, you're gonna have to wiggle to get this guy closed. You see, nothing too crazy. There's no guillotine effect if you hold it in the vertical position. Just wiggle and it's gonna close. Detent, it's medium, so nicely dialed in. Nothing too crazy, but it works well. No detent ball ramp. You got even like a little bit of detent suction right here going on. So I mean, overall, this is a nice knife. I like it. I'm not sure about this colors, the anodization colors, but that you can change it. But overall, it's well made. I mean, I just lack, like, I miss some jimping going on over here. The sound is not spectacular. Probably this lanyard hole, it gets a little bit in the way when you're like, you know, trying to flip it like this. As it digs a little bit. It's not sharp, it's rounded off, but I think it takes away a little bit from the design. This color, the finger groove is pretty good. Accessibility of the lock bar, it's alright. Maybe chamfer a little bit more from the show side, but overall, this is a pretty good knife. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned.